What's going on, guys? You know who I am. You know who you are. Alright, before we start the video, which is going to be a political one, just a couple-minute video, I just want to remind you guys that God of War, the grand finale, which I'm so pumped up for, is coming up pretty soon, hopefully tomorrow. Tomorrow I got a long day at work, so we'll see. I don't know, I'm going to be exhausted, but hopefully tomorrow it'll be a grand finale. Maybe I'll make it into 2 videos, maybe I'll just make it a whole big shebang, I don't know. But, we'll see. Anyway, guys. I just wanted to bring up a really big point that's been egging me, and this article that I saw today in the New York Post just really egged me out to do this video. Now, you know the characterizations, whether it be from the politicians up in Washington, D.C., or the media, whether it be Nancy Pelosi calling us astroturf, we're the mob, we're racist, we hate black people, you know all those nice goody things. You see, my theory is, and I'll prove this with the article, is that the left only cares about civility. Obama mentioned civility when it comes to their side. Now, what happens to Republicans when they start calling Republicans all these names? It's okay. It's fair game, because whatever advances their political agenda, that's what they're going to do. If it means defending a certain group, if it means being good, they'll do it. If it means being bad and being dirty and doing everything they need to necessary, they'll do it. If it means characterizing people wrongly, they'll do it. Now, there's not to say that there's some people at the Tea Party that weren't racist and people who were bigoted. That's going to happen within every movement. That's quite obvious, my friends. But I just want to read some outright hypocrisy. I know this one. I know what you're going to say. Oh my gosh, it's Michelle Malkin. Okay, great, but she gives direct quotes here. And she happens to be a really good writer. Anyway, President Obama's new era of civility was over before it began. America has been overrun by foul-mouthed, fist-clenching wild beasts. Yesterday, the Tea Party movement is responsible for sending the liberal goons into insane rage. It was Obama's rank-and-file community organizers. In other words, it's the Tea Party's fault that these people in Wisconsin, by the way, for those who don't know, Governor Walker in Wisconsin is trying to collective bargaining, something with the unions. I'm not 100% what's going on, but that's not what my point is. My point is it's the hypocrisy on the left when it comes to civility, when it comes to calling the Tea Party, they're a bunch of divisive people who are haters. Look who's talking. That's what my whole point of the video is. Anyway, let me get to the point. 1 second. They're trying to this guy, big labor organizer, has been camping out for more than a week to block GOP Walker's reform bill. Now, what he called him, Koch, I believe, must be an aide of Walker's governor's. He called him a whore. Okay? Not only that, I'll give you other signs. Them calling him Hitler, him calling them a dictator, and having him a sign. I'll give you a read. There's a sign. There's a thing here in this New York Post. There's a picture of a guy with a sign that says, "See, you can put lipstick on a pig." And it has a picture of Walker, meaning he's the pig. Making fun of Sarah Palin. You know, she said during the, was it, I don't know when it was at her RNC keynote speech, or I'm not sure, I don't remember. But, just goes to show you the outright hypocrisy on the left. Not to say there aren't some, sincere liberals who really believe in their policies. I'm not saying all liberals are bad. I'm just saying the ones that are not honest. A left-wing agitator based in Buffalo who impersonated Koch in a prank phone call this week used the slur to headline his Gonzo journalism report. The 20-minute phone call undermined the Grand Koch conspiracy by exposing Walker didn't know Koch at all. Alright, this is not important. I just want to get to the part. Okay, sexual vulgarity is common. Let me just put it over here. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to look at the article, so it's hard to do that at the same time. Sexual vulgarity is a common theme of the left-wing self-side, the Madison pro-union signs, the national media close not to show you. Buttholes for billionaires. Buttholes for billionaires, okay. Complete with a photo of Walker's head placed in the middle of a graphic photo of someone's I don't know what that is. Obviously, that's something bad. I don't know what that is. Last month, GOP Lieutenant Governor Rebecca Kelfish was subjected to similar bigotry. I don't know what this word is. So I'm just going to write bigotry. It's pretty similar. For her outreach efforts to privatize businesses. Liberals WTDY radio host John Sly Sylvester accused her of performing fertility. I don't know what this is. That she had. I don't know what this is. Basically, what it is that he accused her of having group sex. That's really what it is. I don't know what this weird, awkward word there, but basically what she did it's a fancy way of saying I'm not such a smart guy. It's a fancy way of saying group sex. She's having group sex. Now, look, there are always going to be sides. There's always going to be bigotry on whatever side. But the point is, you hear the liberals call them out in the media? No, they don't care. That's my point. That is my main point. They don't care. And when it happens on our side, fair game. Fair game. You know? An ASME rally in Providence, Rhode Island, Tuesday. In Huntington, pro-union supporter picked up an unprovoked fight with a citizen journalist taping the event in public access. I know this story. I don't have to read it. Basically, I saw the video. Basically, what happened was that he got upset. They were recording, and he got all upset. Why are you recording this? Why are you recording this? When she put the camera in his face, she pushed him to the ground, I should say. Now, is that the way to debate? You want to have an honest discussion. You have an honest disagreement. That's fine. I don't mind that. That's great. But to push the person, let's be real. You know what I mean? That's my point. If they really cared about civility, if they really cared about, the divisiveness, the so-called divisiveness of the Tea Party, they would call them out too. Why is it okay for liberals to do it and not in conservatives it's not okay? Not to say that when conservatives do it it's okay. Of course it's not. But you know what I'm trying to get at, right? It's just, it's just ridiculous. Okay, here's another one. In Columbus, Ohio, supporters of Governor Kucinich's fiscal reforms were confronted with fulminating union demonstrator who used multiple claiming the Tea Partiers want to crush the working people of our country. In Denver, Colorado, some guy, a gay black Tea Party activist and an entrepreneur who criticized teacher unions at a Capitol rally was told by white labor supporters to get behind that fence where you belong. They called the 52-year-old limousine driver a son, and a son ejected him to this ugly, racially charged rant. Do you have any children? Do you have any children that you claim? Oh my God! I mean, come on, man. And then there's another guy, Tea Party favorite, and former Godfather Pizza president Herman Cain is another outspoken black conservative businessman who earned the civility mob's last 2 weeks ago. A cowardly liberal writer decided to Cain as a monkey in the window, a garbage pail kid, a minstrel who performs for his masters. Oh my God! Come on. It's just, ridiculous. The hypocrisy. Do you hear? That's what bothers me to no end. I don't care about these names. These names don't bother. They call me this. I'd say, okay, call me what you want. But do you see the liberals outraged at that? Do you hear? We have to be worried about the civility at these rallies. No, never. They don't call them out. They don't care. That's my point. If you want to talk about civility, fine. But it should be regardless of what political party affiliation you are attributed to. It shouldn't make a difference. That's my point. And there shouldn't be a double standard. And that's it. I mean, there shouldn't be. Yeah, okay, that's the rest of the article. But basically, also, they had these articles of him being Hitler and being Gaddafi and a dictator and him being Sony Mubarak. And they have all these. I saw this on the radio. I saw this on TV. This is not some, vast conspiracy. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to say is that, you want to call out the Tea Party. You think, because you think that, I honestly think, which I don't believe. I mean, I'm not saying there weren't people there that were bigots, but, you want to call out the conservatives because you think that they're racial or there's some problem over there, fine. If you sincerely want civility. But don't just call it out when it's conservatives. That's my point. Call it out when there's liberals. And there shouldn't be a double standard there. Okay? I don't hear any of the media calling out, the Tea Party, not the Tea Party, the labor unions, And all Obama's people are coming out there. Are they condemning it? They're supporting it, if anything. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, sorry, my computer had a malfunction here. Yeah, sorry. I don't know. Anyways, so this is a crappy video. It is late at night. I'm kind of tired, but anyway, just to close up the video, you want to call out bigotry on the Republican side, fine, but don't be a hypocrite and not call out the other side, the liberal side. If you really are about civility, an honest and respectful debate, fine, but don't just do it for the liberals. Do it for the conservatives. Do it for the liberals too. Okay, that's my point. Anyways, guys, this video sucked. What am I gonna do? Kind of tired, but I just wanted to let it out a little bit. Anyways, toodles. Take care, guys. God of War final coming up, hopefully. Take care.